All good? Follower. Okay, I'm down to switch. Go to White and then work our way down to Mildred and then work our way back up to Frank's. On?
Yep.
Nothing too crazy.
Yeah, fish with fish, though, no skunk.
For sure.
So what is he on? On sparse thing, or sparse tule and rock.
Sounds about right.
Yeah, that's smart. You can flip it and see if they're tucked up on the other side of those weeds.
This looks like it's just all snot grass. There's snot grass on this side too. There's somewhat of an edge line of it for fish. I've got some a lot better grass actually. Where's all the fish? Little anchor, little ice cream cone.
Definitely more fish here. It's a little better than the last one.
The water quality here is a lot better too, that's why.
Oh wait, I can breathe.
Damn. Damn.
You see the blanket? Oh, it's a bird.
Was that a bird or was that a fish?
I thought it looked like a bird.
I swear I saw a bass tail.
Well, I mean, I saw the fish tail too, but I'm saying like I think it was chasing.
Chasing a bird, yeah, probably. Yeah, a frog might be a better bet, honestly. I'm probably gonna get stuck in the tulies here. This is a big ass frog. Oh, this feels so weird, twitching on the left hand. I can't do it. I can't do it. I have no dexterity in my left hand. Yeah.
You have several spots you can go to. You can,
Right.
timing, but like with bait fishing, you don't really, you don't know. Tough call.
Some
I got carp.
better looking grass too.
They all came on better grass, and they all came.
See him?
What's it doing? Never heard one of them name,
Hell yeah, man. This one's gonna win the tournament tomorrow.
I'm pretty sure I have a glide bait bigger than that fish.
Little fish. Little baby fish. Backflip. Oh, ice cream cone. You have a Senko?
No, not for here. Say you bought 2 Slim Jims?
Yeah.
I'm gonna have one.
There's one. They should be inside the ice chest there.
Thank you.
Yeah, of course. Because that's just what flukes do. Time to tie on some yeah. I'm gonna take a drink. Take a drink. I need a drink. That's a different kind of action.
Better.
Why?
And it's a lot better.
I think it's a good time to call it.
Wasn't meant to be.
Yeah, sadly.
I mean, we still caught fish though.
Yeah.
I mean, that's still better than, like, today is the best day I've ever had on the Delta. So, I mean, it's kind of sad, but still.
Day 2, tournament day. Tournament day.
Morning.
Morning. Let me flandangle this here real quick. Oof. All good? Try something new.
Here's the tank.
Alright. Our worms earlier.
You're throwing drop shot, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna throw
Put on that Senko.
Get better as the day goes on.
Yeah. That's not. Come on, fish. What's more appetizing than a 7-inch margarita mutilated worm? True. Oh, that's not even. It's a pike minnow. Pike minnow. Oh, dude. It came off. Do it.
That thing.
Let's get back to fishing. Same thing happened to Chad at Garcia. Yeah.
Well, I felt it bite and I'm like, oh, that's a good one.
I'm gonna retie power shot. Oh.
I like it ripped off.
Bet you'll catch more fish than me today.
Well, it's 9 foot here, so yeah, but there it should be about.
That's a good cast. That's a cast.
That was definitely
Good one. Good one.
flying for years.
Probably. On. Yeah. Rat. Of course it's a rat.
I might do a top putter.
There's too many snags on the Delta, man.
Good one?
Decent one. He bit it like it was a small one, but he's decent. We'll take him.
Still, bucket still counts. Double check, make sure. He should be 12.
Oh, he's good.
No world did that fish is not 12.
He's got a big hole in his mouth.
Exposed hooker on the rocks.
$1.9.
For bigger fish. Make that 3. Oh. Yeah, he's gonna close.
Ow. I almost fucked myself.
He's gonna close. Here, you just tie. I got him. I got him. You just tie.
Oh.
I got it. The robo worms, brother.
It's a pretty good song.
Got one?
Yeah.
Not good or bad?
No, I think it's just a rat. It's a nice size one.
He might. He's close.
Nope.
He's close.
He's very close. Keep fishing. Goodness. That's a 4 or 5.
Bass got herbies. Big dub.
Okay, buddy. Okay. We got an 8-pound bag. How much you want to get bet I catch an 8-pounder with this net? How much you want to bet I catch an 8-pounder with this net? You might win that one actually.
I hope you do catch one, because then we win more than $100.
Yeah. Yeah. Ooh. Yeah. Ah, that was such a good one. Oh, I did. He felt so small. It happens. It happens. I can't let that get to me.
I lost one earlier. I don't know if it's that big, but regardless, obviously they like that.
Oh, now I know how it feels.
So,
8th place. At the end of the day, we ended up with 8th place. I mean, 8th place is an accomplishment, but when it comes to like only 11 people competing, it's you begin to wonder. But you know, I'll take the plaque at the end of the day. 8th place. The Abu Garcia College Fishing MLF was a really good experience in my eyes. Not my first tournament, my second tournament. But I would say I've learned a lot, and yeah, I think I would say I learned a lot from the MLF. Learned that the Delta is really hard fishery, is a really hard fishery. Just the overall things that you need to learn, overall things that are there that you just, there's so many factors to it, like the tide, the weather, what phase they're in, what phase the fish are in. Just altogether, the fishing is really tough out there if you don't know what you're doing. We went out there, or at least I went out there a couple times, more than once, try to get the hang of finding these fish, but at the end of the day I just couldn't find them. We slowly got into like a little pattern. They're kind of on this weird post-spawn pattern. We were doing, after our first pre-fish day, after doing our first pre-fish day, we did a little bit more research on tides, and we did a little bit more research on fish phases and stuff, and we realized that there were a lot of our better fish were hanging towards these tules, sparse tules and rock banks, and they were only hanging around those tules and sparse tules and rock bank. They weren't hanging around just normal rock bank. There were some of them were on some islands. Those island fish were a little bit harder to catch. A lot of the smaller ones were hanging around the islands as well. A lot of bluegill were out hanging around the islands. But at the end of the day, we did come home with 5. Or at least I missed a good one. As you saw previously, I missed a good one. We'll get into that. But the baits we were using that were catching us most of our fish in pre-fish day, for me, were flukes. So I was using the Zoom Super Fluke, or not the Super Fluke, but the Super Fluke Junior in the albino pearl color, and I was using one of our sponsors' hooks. If you didn't know, we were representing the Sac State Bass Fishing Team, and we are sponsored by SPEARPOINT. And this was the hook I was using, a weedless normal SPEARPOINT hook. I think this is a size 2 hook. This is what I like to do with the Zoom Super Flukes. I'll just nose hook them, and I'll throw it out on my medium light rod. This was more of a search bait for me. Kind of got me into like, hey, where are the fish at? Because the small ones and the big ones will bite on this. But I guess we kind of realized that we didn't find really much of a pattern. And then after I started getting bites on these guys, I put on the Yamamoto D-Shad, just because these flukes are a little bit more filled with salt, and they are able to sink down deeper, so I can fish a deeper water column. And I just rigged it on like a size 4 EWG from SPEARPOINT. I don't know if you can see that, but these two were my best baits out on the Prefish, because I was just able to find fish and catch them. But these two didn't really catch me a pattern, more just kind of just fun fishing at that point. But the two baits that did catch us a lot of our fish on game day was this guy, the Robo Worm. Morning Dawn with Chartreuse Tail was the money for me. I don't know if you could see it properly with this glare, but I'll take it out, see if it's better. But this worm was the money for me. Not the this one is the holographic version, which is kind of sparkly, but I was just using the normal Morning Dawn with the Chartreuse Tail, and I don't know why, but they were just keying in on this Robo Worm a lot more than the other Robo Worms. I used the normal Morning Dawn, they didn't bite as much. I used the Margarita Mutilator, they didn't bite as much. My buddy Jim that was on the boat with me, he used, I think, this Christmas tree color. It worked, but maybe I just don't have confidence in it, and I didn't really catch much with it. But I caught all of our fish on these guys just on a SPEARPOINT straight shank hook. I think this is a size 2, and then I was just using maybe like an 1/8 ounce drop shot sinker weight. Nothing too special. We did have to go weedless. I used the straight shank, so I put it in weedless. I did use it in weedless mode, I guess you could say. I did hook it weedless because we were, as you saw, I was pitching into a lot of these tules because they're right in the tules ambush and prey. That's where we got majority of our fish. And then the big one I lost my fish on was on these TRD craws. I'm sure you guys all know how they look. Let me pull them out. I have the Neds in here too, just to save space in my pack, but I got him on this guy. Caught that, I don't know if it was a 2 or 3, but it was a good sized fish. The video doesn't really do it justice, but in person it was a pretty good sized fish. Had him on this guy because throughout the day as we were catching fish, looking in the live well, they're spitting out craws, spitting out a lot of pieces of red craw. So I said, hey, if they're eating on craws, I might as well put on a craw too. And so put on a Ned craw on, I don't know what size or what weight this hook is, but it does have some metal weed guards, pretty sturdy, and these are from Z-Man as well. But I did hook onto that fish and I lost him when he shook. It was just unfortunate because I thought I was hooked on weeds, and then when he finally popped off, it was a fish, and I didn't know it was a big fish until the end. It felt like a very small fish, that's why I didn't really have any urgency on the fish. But I gotta realize maybe every fish, I should have realized that a fish in the weeds would have been a good fish, and I should have set the hook a bit better. But you live and you learn during these tournaments, you know? But it was a very tough 2 days, very tough pre-fish and a very tough game day. Or at least I just stayed on the ferry one throughout the whole day, just drop shotting and finding some fish in the weeds. My buddy Jim did catch a punch fish. He caught some on the chatterbait as well. It was just a big trash fishing day for us. But at the end of the day, we ended up in 8th place, which I am not complaining about. But sadly, I wouldn't say sadly, but I mean, wish we would have gotten higher. But you know, second tournament, not bad, not bad. But thank you guys for watching, and hopefully I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you.